Hello, everybody. So, when I first started making videos on YouTube, I wanted a decent camera that I could record with and take photos and had a zoom. And I bought the Nikon B500, I think this is. I really love this camera. It takes good pictures. I'm not a photographer, so my pictures can't be qualified as good. But it has a 40x optical zoom, which is really nice. I can get pictures of the moon. I can get pictures from far off, get really good pictures of zoom. And it did a really good job with video too. Uh, I could run this with the batteries, get about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours out of the batteries in this. Now, this takes four AA batteries, which you can just buy in the store. You don't have a dedicated battery for it, which is kind of nice. But if you start running through a lot of batteries, using it a lot, that can get expensive. So I ended up buying 8 rechargeable AA batteries. And I just cycle them and recharge. And if I'm in the middle of doing something, once the batteries goes low, I can just swap it out with the other set. So that's pretty handy. And I like that option with this camera. Problem is, I was filming an event, the Bill Monroe Museum, a couple of years ago, and the focus started flickering, flip, 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 in and out. And I tried to cure it, couldn't get it to stop. So I stopped using it for a video. The videos that worked good on worked really good. You know, I could do a video and zoom into what I needed and not have to be right in somebody's face or something. Now, this does not have an external mic option, and a lot of times I used it along with the GoPro and the drone, and I used external voice recorder and just synced everything to that. So when that started happening with that camera, I ended up buying the M200 Canon here. Nice little camera, but the battery life doesn't seem to last more than maybe a half hour, 45 minutes. And it only comes with one battery, dedicated battery, rechargeable, of course. And sometimes it, wrong setting, I could be in the middle of shooting a video and it would shut off without my knowledge. So that's one thing I did not like about it. I do like the fact that I can flip up the screen like this and look at it and get my framing correct if I'm in, shooting myself or something like that. Where the Canon, the screen flips up like this and down a little, but you can't look at, be in front of it and see what the frame looks like. Now, this does have an option for an external mic if you buy the right accessories. I bought one. It's like a mini USB cable with a plug-in for a microphone. And I have not tried that yet, so I'm going to test that during this little test here too. Interesting thing about this, it can be used as a webcam. You have to download the Canon software for it, and unless you pay for it, it only shoots like in 720p instead of 1080, which is kind of a bummer. I like to always shoot at least 1080 or 1080 pixels. Did I say K? Anyway, that's the one down there with trying to use it for a webcam. Now, the webcam I'm using right now is the Logitech 1080 Pro Stream, I think it's called. Like I have a video on it where I did a review on it, checked it out, and it's always worked really well for me. Yeah, I always use my external mic, which it does have a built-in stereo mic, but I just use my studio console here. That way, if I want to add a noise, I can go gunshot or whatever like that. And this does have the ability, if there's music playing as I talk, it'll automatically mute the music or drop it to a level, whatever needs, so I can be heard over the music. And this does have filtering. I can filter out all the background noise, but when you talk, you hear, of course, the background noise because it's like a noise gate, kicks in and out. Now for the camera, what I'm going to do, first thing I'm going to set this up as a webcam and give it a try, just like the setup now, running it through OBS Studio. Then I want to try it with the microphone cord and it's got a thing for your mic, a shoe, I guess you would call it, that attaches here, comes off to the side, and you can attach the mic there. I'll show it when I get it all set up. But for right now, I'm just going to set this up as a webcam and see how that works. Now, they say you have to buy a special USB cable for this, but I have a very good USB cable that came with another piece of equipment, works fine, so I didn't have to buy no special cable for it. So let's give this a try and see what it does for webcam. And there you go. Now this is, I guess, in 720 instead of 1080, and it's a little bit darker to me looking at through OBS here. There are settings in this camera. You can change a bunch of settings, but this is just default settings I'm running right now. Color looks good from what I can tell. Now I do have a light that I can turn on here if I can find my switch for it behind everything. Okay, and okay, it just flickered off. I don't know why it did that. But anyway, there it is with the light, with the Canon that I'm running right now. And I'll switch back to the Logitech real quick. Okay, there's the Logitech. And we'll go back to the Canon. Okay, so it does work as a webcam. I would like to be able to shoot 1080 with it, but I don't want to pay Canon for just the ability to have that option. I don't know what the price is, but to me, it's something that should come in the software package, is that ability. They want to add other features and block them. I'm okay with that. So to me, it looks like it's lagging a little bit. I'll have to check that in post and see if it is, if the sound is syncing like it should be. So I'm going to swap back to the Logitech now. Now, okay, there we are, back on the Logitech. It doesn't look like I'm having any lag in the video as I'm talking. So we'll see if that's going to be an issue. Okay, so should be recording now. I'm using the sound right out of the Canon camera. See how the microphone in it sounds, and I've got it setting as close as I could get to the other position, so the lighting and everything can be as close as possible as it was. And now I'm going to switch to the external microphone and see how that works. Okay, so I don't know if there's a setting I have to turn on to make this mic work or not. I should be on that microphone, external microphone, but just to make sure, I'll shut the camera off, double check, or shut the recording off, double check, and see if there's any settings that I have to turn that microphone on. I'm not that familiar. This is the first time I've ever used this setup, so I wanted to try it out and see how it works. Okay, I looked through the camera settings. I seen no settings to turn the mic on. It uses external mic, anything like that. So hopefully this external mic is working. I'll find out in post, and if I have issues, I'll have to figure that out and also include that in the video. And I'll do a final check before I sign off. So this is the Canon videos straight from the camera on the SD card with the external mic. At first without the external mic, and now with the external mic. So there we go for that. So the first time I tried this and I checked the sounds, and I could not tell if the external mic was working or not. They both sounded the same to me. So what I've done now, I got the external mic unplugged from the camera, shooting directly into the camera. I'm not going through OBS. This is footage right from the camera. So I'm going to tap on the mic, and that should give me a pretty good indication if the external mic's working. Now I'll hook the external mic in and do the same thing. Okay, now I have the external mic plugged in. Should be working, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to tap the microphone and make sure that it is working. So sorry, it moves the camera a little bit, and okay, that should tell me if I'm recording from that microphone or not. So if there's any issues, I'll have to try to figure that out and then put that in the video. If not, I'll see you in a second. Okay, so I really couldn't tell a difference in the sounds in the microphones. Let me know if you can. I was sitting really close to the camera, so maybe that made a difference. If I'd have backed off, maybe I'd have been able to tell a difference. I don't know. The boom mic really picks up a lot of sound usually. I didn't mention the Canon EOS M200 has a 3x optical zoom. It seems to work really well for me, but I really like the 40x optical zoom in this thing. It just really good. If I need to see something without a pair of binoculars with me, I can zoom in with this and see it. And great shots of the moon. So that's the story with the EOS. A couple of things I am disappointed with is the battery life, the shutdown without any beep notification or anything. You'll be recording, all of a sudden it's turned off. So you kind of have to do a retake. In certain situations that wouldn't work real well for me. So I haven't really used it for that. They claim it's a great vlogging camera. It's kind of, a lot of vloggers use it, and maybe they use shorter videos, extra batteries, or have some way of making sure it doesn't shut down with them. You cannot use the software to charge at the same time if you're using like for OBS here. If you have the camera plugged in so you can use this as a webcam, you cannot charge at the same time. Where I believe if you're doing a vlog just using straight to the camera, you could have it charging at the same time, and then not have to worry about maybe battery dying, and hopefully not shutdowns. But if you're in an area where you have no electrical, that can be an issue for me. But that's why I've never really used it a lot for vlogging. Mostly I've used it just for taking pictures. Maybe now that I'm getting a little more used to it, maybe I'll start using it for a few more vlogs. I do like, for my vlog here on the computer, the Logitech webcam. I've really been happy with it. It takes good video, 1080p, and it does have stereo. I've never used the sound out of it. I've always used an external source for my sound. For instance, my voice recorder, and sync it with the video, or with the studio console here, where I can play sounds or turn up, make adjustments, add echo, like hello there, how's the echo, and stuff like that. So that's one thing I do like about the K1 live sound card, is it has a lot of options that I can use in my vlogging. And I have a hands-free mic right here in front of me as well. This microphone's been pretty decent for me. It doesn't pick up as loud. I have to add a little gain to it, but it does a trick. So let me know what you think. If you have one of these EOS, let me know your experience with the M200, or if you're considering buying it, maybe I gave you some information that can help you. So thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye, y'all.